Alright, hi guys. So this is a video tutorial to show you how to set up the charts and to use the TC2000 charting software. So this is a charting software you can download from TC2000.com over here. And there are various pricing plans. The most popular one, which I use myself, is the Gold plan, which is about $30 a month. Alright. Now, they also have brokerage services, but I use it mainly as a charting software as well as a screening software. So I'm going to show you how to set up the charts using this software. So when you first download it, you have to set up what you want your charts to look like. So I begin by going to Edit Chart Settings. All right, now when you first open the charts, you may not see the red and green candlesticks, right? You may see they're all green or all black. So you have to set up the colors that you want. So once again, I'm going to go to Chart Settings. And well, the first thing is to select logarithmic charts, right? Log charts. Okay, so we use log charts and we go to Properties. And under Properties, I would select my background to be white. That's my personal preference. Okay. Next, I will go to a plot style. And under plot style, I would choose candlesticks. Okay. And the color of the candlesticks depends on open versus close, right? Select open versus close. And for up bars or bullish bars, I select green. And for down bars or bearish bars, I select red. And the fill is based on open versus close as well. Okay, and up bars will be filled, down bars will be filled. All right, so this is how I will set up my charts to look like this. All right, so once you have that, you can see that you can drag to zoom out or zoom in, like so. And over here, you can select the different time frames, right? Year to date, 1 year, 5 years, so on and so forth. All right, and you can select the kind of candles that you want, from daily candles to 1 minute candles. So when primarily for the swing trading strategies that you will learn in the level 1 of this course, we are going to use primarily only daily candles, right? In level 2 of the trading course, you'll learn intraday trading. So for intraday trading, we will use 5 minute and 1 minute candles as well. But that's for level 2. For level 1, in this course, we just focus on daily charts, or rather daily candles for swing trading, right? So each candle represents a day. All right, so the next thing that I'll show you how to do is to draw support and resistance levels. So over here, you have your drawing tools, okay? Now they may appear over here or somewhere over here as well, drawing tools, all right? So the first drawing tool will be the horizontal line, like so. So with this line, I can draw potential support and resistance levels, right? So for example, if I zoom out, let me see if I can find, well, let me pick another ticker. Now, again, when you click on this, you can put in whatever ticker symbol you want. For example, Boeing, I will have something like that. Okay. So if I see a very obvious support or resistance, I could click on the horizontal line and boom, I could draw it over there. Okay, and I can shift it as well. Okay, I could also again click on that again and draw a potential resistance as well. There we go. All right. If you want to draw trend lines, all right, trend lines, you can select trend over here, trend line. And if you see a very clear trend line, you could click and connect it to the other lows, like so. All right, and again, you can shift it around as well. There you go. Okay, so you got horizontal lines, you have trend lines. Okay, you can also draw Fibonacci levels. That will be taught in level 2 of the course. But just to show you, if you'd like to draw Fibonacci levels, you can draw it over here. Fibonacci retracement. There we go. Right. So they have so almost every charting software would have a Fibonacci retracement. Okay, where you click from here, the start of the impulse to the end of the impulse, and you can see it retraces to the 50% level. Right. So again, if you've not learned Fibonacci, that's no issue. We'll learn that in level 2 of the course. All right, just to show you that you can put them in the software, the charts as well. So if you like to get rid of any of the lines, you can just right-click and delete the drawing, like so. Right-click, delete the drawing. So on and so forth. Right. Now, some other features would be when you click on a candle, right? Notice that a box appears somewhere here, right? There you go. So when you click on a candle, it shows you the opening price, the high, and the low of the candle, right? And if you, for example, click here and you drag to the top, it will show you that it's the range. It will show you the amount which you drag to. You can see in this case it is $4.44. That represents 2.32% of this stock, right? Again, you can drag from here all the way to here. It will tell you that that entire distance is $26.88, 15% return. Okay, so that's pretty useful when you're calculating the high of the candles, the low of the candles, and so on and so forth. All right. Okay, so next, you can put in indicators. All right. So in this course, you'll be learning different strategies. In level 1 of this course, you'll be learning the bounce strategy. In level 2, you'll be learning things like the impulse pullback strategy, the Bollinger Mean Reversion. So any strategy that you learn will have a set of indicators. All right. So how do you put in the indicators? You do it by adding this plus sign. So for example, I like to put in the moving averages. Again, I click the plus sign and I could put in moving average to search. So it's there. Simple moving average. So if I click on that, I'll say add moving average to the stock. There we go. So by default, the 50 moving average comes out. All right, so that's the 50 moving average. If I want to put in the 200 moving average, again, I click on that plus sign, type moving average, simple moving average, click on that, add to indicator, and I've got, by default, again, the 50 moving average comes out. I could change it to the 200 by clicking on it, clicking edit, change it to 200 moving average, and select red, for example. You can change the color, okay, and there we are. So you have the 50 moving average, the 200 moving average. Now I could also add in exponential moving averages, right? So click on that and look for exponential moving average, right? Add it to the stock. And again, by default, it gives you the exponential moving average 50. I like to change that to, so you can click edit, change it to 20 EMA. Now select red. And you can also change it to a dotted line. So usually for the exponential moving averages, I use a dotted line under line style. Okay, so I can differentiate between the 20 EMA, the 50 moving average, and the 200 moving average over there. All right, I can also put in things like Bollinger Bands. All right, and MACD. So these are all the different indicators that you will learn, and you learn exactly when to place them in for each of the different strategies you will learn. Right, so MACD. There we go. Right, so that's how you put in all these indicators. So once you put in these indicators, you can save the template. Right, right click, save the chart as whatever template you want to call it. So for example, this could be, we call it the basic template or basic chart, right? So you click save and it will be in there, right? So when you click on this, you have got all the different templates, right? So these are all the different strategies that you will learn, right? You learn, well, I'll teach you the ones that I use mainly. For example, the one we're going to be focused is the bounce strategy, right? For level 1 of the course. So you click on that, straight away, the bounce setup appears. So for the bounce strategy, this is the specific setup that we will use, the moving averages and what have you, all right? So that's how you put in the indicators for TC2000. Now, if you like to look at more than one chart at a time, for example, you like to look at 2 or 4 charts at a time, you can go to File and add a new chart. Okay, sorry, I don't think it's there. Sorry, it's over here, yeah. So you click New Chart, right? So you click on New Chart, a new chart would appear, okay? So this is the chart where the settings are not configured, so you could always right-click and hold on, give me a second. You can do a right-click and, oops, sorry, no. Go over here, and you can put in, again, the basic chart, which is what we created just now. Or if you want the same chart setting as the bounce, you could go to bounce. There, okay? So this chart is kind of like flying around, right? And if you want to put it into the template, what you can do is you can click this sign over here. And it will ask you, okay, where do you want to place this chart? So you could swap it with this chart. You could put it on top of the chart, below the chart, on the left, on the right, wherever. So let's imagine we want to put it on the left of our existing chart. So you click on that, boom. There you go. You have 2 charts side by side, right? So if you want to put, again, another chart, could click New again, New Chart. There we go, new chart comes out. If you want to put this in a template, again, you click on that. And where do you want to place it? So you can say, okay, I want to place it on top of this chart. So on top of the chart, there you go. And again, you can put in the same chart settings by going to here, clicking on bounce, which is a strategy we'll be learning in level 1. There we go, all right? And you can adjust the size like so, whichever way you want. All right, so that's how you can put in more than one chart. So I just like to look at one chart for now, so I'm just gonna get rid of this, delete, and resize it. All right, so I'm just back to one chart again, okay? So you can create as many charts as you like. At the same time, we on the left, you see these are the watch lists. Okay, watch list. Okay, so you can create a watch list. For example, this is one of my watch lists called the guns watch list. You learn this in level 2, gun strategy. So what you could do is you could add in stocks into your watch list, right? So you click on add symbols. So for example, add Apple. So you add it in and it's in the watch list. Okay, it's over there, right? Add, say, Facebook. There, in the watch list. Okay, so you can put as many stocks as you like in the watch list, and you can create new watch lists. For example, you want to create a new watch list. Click New. There, new watch list. So call it, for example, maybe you like to look at technology stocks. And the new watch list appears, right? So again, if you like to put it in the template, click on this, which is a positioning icon. And where do you want to position it? So you may say, okay, I want to put it above or below this watch list. So I click on that. There we go. So now technology stocks watch list is now here. So now we've got 1, 2, 3 watch lists, right? So let me get rid of it because I don't want it. Delete. There, I'm back to my to watch list. Okay. Now, when you are watching stocks, you can look at the different columns that tell you about this stock. For example, this stock PRLXL, I can see the price, the latest float, the average daily volume, the capitalization, and the current volume. So these are the key things I look at when I'm looking at a stock, right? So when you first open the software, you may not have these columns. You may have different columns. So if you have a column you don't want, you just have to click on it or right click on it and click delete. So delete and it's gone. All right, if you want it back, click on add column, type volume, which I want today's volume, and it's there, right? So be sure to add in these columns, right? Price, latest float, average daily volume over the last 60 days, capitalization, and volume today. Now, all these columns are already in the software. The one that is not in the software is the average daily volume for the last 60 days. So this is something that you have to create, and I'll show you how to create it under the strategy of the bound strategy. All right, so for now, just put in price, latest float, capitalization, and volume. All right. You'll also learn in the course of this course how to use the easy scans. All right, how to create an easy scan to scan for stocks. So that'll be taught later in the later part of the strategy. Okay, and how to go to the library and create what we call scripts, right? So these are scanning scripts. For example, you're going to learn the bound strategy in level 1 of the course. So this is the specific script that you can copy and paste into the formula and store it in your library. Okay, so all this will be taught in the later part of the lesson. All right, so that's it for TC2000. Pretty straightforward. Set up your charts the way you see it here, and you're good to go. All right, great. So I'll see you in the next lesson.